Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out Little Inferno by Tomorrow Corporation. This is one of the developers that actually was responsible for World of Goo. You may be familiar with it. It's a pretty popular indie game. In fact, one that I can't believe I haven't covered yet on the show, and I probably will do that at some point soon. But this is a very strange sort of experimental game that I can't really come up with a good way to explain to you other than to just show it to you. I only know what I know about this from watching Northern Lion's video on this exact game, and I have to say I found it quite perplexing, and actually was quite dismissive of the game at first until I found out there was actually some greater purpose and that the game actually changes its tune quite a bit towards the end. So we're not going to experience that in this video, but we will at least go over the beginning parts and see what happens. There is a really cool art style, I will grant, and I definitely like this like Tim Burton-esque presentation. So let's start it up. I have a 1 minute long game here. Let's just erase that. Yeah, start over from nothing, because I didn't actually do anything in that. So I am presented to this fireplace here. I have my cursor, and if I click, I can start fires. And you'll notice as this torch comes closer to this piece of paper, there's actually a lovely little singe effect that happens to the paper, which is well done. And you can just keep singeing away little by little. So I think this game plays a little bit to the strengths of people who really enjoy watching fire interact with things. There we go. I will grant them that there are some lovely effects in that, all the fire is done quite tastefully and interesting, and then there's a lot of really weird things that happen in this game that you're going to probably just want to play around with, because essentially what it comes down to is the majority of this game, as far as I know, is just largely a fire physics sandbox. And so we've got these little chunks left, which we can pick up and play with, and they just break apart. So for the pyromaniac in you, this might be something you can get into. I actually found the initial price, which was, I think it was $15, to be a little bit steep. So they had this on a Steam sale for a nice $3.99. I thought that was a price I could get behind. So let's check out what's going on. We've got terms and conditions. We can drag this contract and give that a burn. That seems like a nice thing to do. Oh, it just falls right apart. Yeah, we don't read contracts. Sorry. And at least we'll be able to keep warm, right? Lovely detail on this fireplace, by the way. It's very, very photorealistic looking. In fact, it may actually be photos. I wouldn't be surprised. I also find this face in the background to be quite mystifying and interesting. Hey, I picked up some money. So what do we have? We've got some mail. It says, congratulations on the legitimate purchase of your brand new Little Inferno Entertainment fireplace. There was actually a trailer that came out long before this game actually made its debut, and it led us to believe, as viewers, that essentially what this was, we were living in a dystopian world where it's always winter, and we're playing as basically like orphans who are forced to burn all of their toys to keep warm, but they sort of market that like that's a positive somehow, and we're having fun by burning all of our toys, and that's the true purpose, is to have fun with them that way. So I guess that's where we're going with this. Kind of dark, but kind of interesting at the same time. We've lovingly crafted each fireplace to warm your home and your heart. Stay warm in there. We love Miss Nancy. Alright, so we're going to check out what else they have to say. Already burned your things. Yeah, that's okay. You can always buy more with your brand new catalog. Love Miss Nancy. Thank you, Miss Nancy. We've got our #1 catalog. So, all those coins that we've accumulated, which were, 16 or so, yeah, as it says on the top here, we can spend on a picture frame, a corn cob, or some blocks. I'm going to go for the picture frame, because it's the first thing. It's a collector poster, frame limited edition poster, may lose value when burned. It may. So we're going to grab one of those. We're going to grab as much as we can here. We're going to grab the corn. And you'll see as we start unlocking these, more things are actually going to show up, which is kind of interesting. And believe a lot of the goal here is to keep burning through all of these catalogs until we've burned everything that exists. So each time we burn something, this little counter is going to burn down, which will then allow us to hopefully burn it again later if we have enough money, which in this case I do not. So let's open back up. We've got our packages, which we'll unwrap, and we can drag our picture frame, we can drag our corn cob, and we can drag our blocks. Hey, there's a spider. Gives us some money. Now, these objects all do have some sort of physical properties to them, as well as being very lovely renders in like high definition sprites. I think they actually look lovely, and there's some really good details and texture things to it. Wow, okay, so you can beat these things up pretty badly and knock the husk right off of that pretty ratty looking bit of corn. And we'll see if we can spell anything fun here. Not really. So let's light the corn on fire if we can, or just play with it a little bit. Oh man, it's shooting kernels everywhere. And we're gonna make some popcorn apparently. That's fun. We got some money out of that. So the gimmick, as you can tell, is, you know, order stuff, burn it, get more money, order stuff, burn more stuff, click on some spiders occasionally. What's this do? Oh, these are our combos, right. So we want to go through this list and burn everything we can to get the most money, and also check them off the list if we are completionist. And if we find combos, we get stamps. I'm not sure what we do with stamps yet, but I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. So we can add to that fire at all. Maybe not. Corn is pretty well toasted. You can start burning through some of these blocks, maybe. Surprised there's no temperature gauge or something. You'd think that would be a factor as well. Maybe if you get cold enough, you turn into the thing. I don't know. That's not really exactly how that worked. I like how these blocks break apart when you smack them into the wall. That's kind of cool. So it's very much just a big toy with a bit of a, well, maybe, you know, behind-the-scenes meaning that we're going to get to at some point. Right now, though, if you're judging whether or not this is the kind of game you want to buy, this is kind of what you have to look forward to. You're going to spend a lot of time accumulating things, playing with them, messing around with different physical properties, and checking out some lovely destruction physics, really, is what it's all about. So that's going to open us up to the next set of items we can burn. We've got an alarm clock. Might as well order one of those. Got a credit card. Got a magnet. You wouldn't think a magnet would burn very well. It doesn't seem to stick to metal for some reason. Maybe it's not a very good magnet. And a sleeping idol. Kind of strange. Oh, okay, we can only order so many things at a time. So there's our alarm clock, and there is our credit card. It only shows back for whatever reason. I want to see the front. You can use the credit card to stamp out all the ashes of the previous things we've burned. Oh, what did I get? I got a stamp, I guess. And there's our crappy magnet, which doesn't seem to stick to metal for some reason. I like that you can mess with all the stuff, too. Like, you can just really beat it up. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but it's kind of fun anyway. I knocked the bells off. I guess it's just sort of fun to mess with the inherent properties of these items that they've given us to play with before we light them on fire. Oh boy. Alarm clock's not too happy about that. Hey, we got a nice burn going. Okay, I guess that money was not exactly that useful to us. So when things are on fire, that's going to weaken the structural stability of them, and that'll allow us to hopefully break it apart better. And we've got plenty of money now. Oh, there we go. Yep. Clock is all shredded. Hello, is there anybody there? You don't know me, but I thought I would tell you. It's so cold outside. I'm all snuggled up in front of my little Inferno entertainment fireplace. So toasty I could stay here forever. Like a hug in a bug in a mug. I mean a bug in a mug in a bug. From Sugar Plums. Thank you, Sugar Plums. And Sugar Plums sent me a photo of someone. Okay. I'm guessing I'm probably going to burn that. Thanks for sending that. There's a part of me that looks at this as a very, very dark game. Basically, everything everyone's doing is just being burned to nothing, and it's sort of reinforcing how inherently, you know, ready, like, close to death we all are at any given moment, and how insignificant all of our belongings are when it comes to just being warm, which is, you know, a pretty heavy thing for a game to treat in such a comical way, but I'm pretty sure that's part of the satire here. You know, you gotta contrast the dark with the light to make the dark seem extra dark, I think is kind of what we're going for. Ooh, you're doing so great, but don't worry, your little Inferno is not like other games. There are no points, there is no score, you are not being timed, just make a nice fire. And stay warm in the glow of your high-definition entertainment product. It is kind of high definition, isn't it? But you can't do that forever. I think I might be able to. There's bound to be an end. Oh, well, I guess that's what they're trying to mention to you early. That way, you want to see it through to the finish. I wonder if you can just get pieces of wood to burn on the fire. That's probably asking for a lot. Looks like that alarm clock is still kind of sitting around. Oh, well, just gotta beat it against the wall enough times it fades away to nothing. Alright, so let's check back in with our catalog here. I guess this is sort of like a piece of wood. It's probably the closest thing. Got battery packs. Those are not things you necessarily want to put in the fire. We've got an ordinary brick. I don't think bricks are really going to burn all that well. I believe there are bricks all around the fire. Got an antique torch. Be careful not to place it next to your thatched hut. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I think I'm going to run out of room for things to order. Here's our sleeping idol. Doesn't seem to give a care. I don't know what these batteries are about. Definitely don't want to burn batteries at all. See, I mean, look at this. We've got bricks. And we've got bricks adjacent to bricks. And yet, these bricks... Oh, do they... They should burn? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I kind of feel a little bad for burning that spider. I mean, I know that's what I was doing before, but... So what's up with these bricks? Why are they special? Oh, wow. There we go. Turned it into a bomb, apparently. I will say, there is something kind of fun about this in a very strange way. I mean, there's not much gameplay-wise going on, yet I still feel strangely compelled to want to burn and burn and burn and see what happens. That's a nice fire. It is a bit mesmerizing, and I'm kind of wondering if there's like an endless mode that you can unlock where you can just get endless numbers of objects to keep burning and just be able to watch this like a screensaver. I know it's a common complaint, or not common complaint, but a common feature request that I have is, you know, make this into a screensaver, because I play a lot of games that look pretty for one reason or another, and yeah, I like screensavers, I guess. Hello, it's me again. It smells like something's burning. Did you get a little Inferno fireplace too? It seems like everyone has one these days. Everyone I know has one. Everyone I don't know has one too. Burning stuff is pretty fun, but be careful. The instructions said there's something even more dangerous than fire. Well, I wonder what that is. But I burned them, so we'll never know. From your new friend, Sugar Plums. Did it say plumps? I don't know. There's a certain Portal-like quality to this where there's like, we're pretending everything's all cutesy, but in reality it's all trying to kill you. What is this? A wooden bicycle. Oh, who are those silly people? They look like Kerbals or something, only with no faces. Alright, let's throw one of those in there. We've got a toy pirate. And we'll see our money is, it's getting bigger each time, our total number here. And eventually we're going to start looking for combos and trying to accumulate those as well. I think that's as far as we can go. I kind of feel bad that there's, like, living things that we're burning, though. I don't think that's really the right way to go about it. But then again, it's just in fun. Nobody's really burning anything.
Oh boy.
I like the toy pirate. He looks just like something from Little Big Planet. There we go. Find him a nice spot to sit. And another family photo. And let's just light all that stuff on fire. Bike pirate combo! Okay. So I guess that would be our first combo, and we've got a bunch of stamps. We'll see what that does in a moment. So we can pull down our little combo meter here. That would be number 1, bike pirate combo. Someone else's combo would be number 2. I don't even think these were even unlocked before. I guess it just goes based on what you have as far as items. I like this marshmallow too. I think he's pretty cool. It's me again, haha. I already burned all my stuff, sad face. Will you send me something? I need some more fireflies. Okay, so I can actually drag some fireflies in here and send them off to Sugar Plumps. Drag a little jar of fireflies right here into the envelope for me. Okay, thanks. Well, I gotta go buy fireflies before I can do that. But don't I get to burn them myself? I don't know. More pictures. Oh, goodness. You can load pictures and burn them. That's pretty silly. I didn't realize that was an option. It's not letting me do it. Alright, whatever. Let's just take Tomorrow Corpse pictures and use those. I don't really want to burn pictures of kittens, so pretty silly. Alright, let's send off those fireflies before I get too distracted here. Let's go back in there and drag that. Send. Message sent. And what happens now? I wait. I wait and I wait and I wait. And there's a spider. Oh, okay, so I can use the stamps to make things show up faster. It's okay, I'm patient. It's like having weird microtransactions using the game's own in-game currency. I like that you can totally get rid of all the ashes, that's cool. So, okay, thanks for my new fireflies. Each one was like a little wish. I set them free to see where they would go, but they all burned up. We knew they wouldn't last forever. This game is really depressing. Oh, I got you something, okay? It's attached. Just flip over the letter, flip it, flip again. Okay, here it is. It's for you. You got a paper heart. Well, that's very nice. And let's burn it. I think I see something that I wasn't seeing when I was watching Northern Lions video of this, and I think you do get a little bit of a feeling of desperation or like just sort of loneliness, knowing that like all your contacts are just coming in the form of letters, and even that you're just going to burn too. So like every little bit of ephemera about your existence is essentially going to end up in ashes. So it's one of those emotional manipulation games, if that's a thing. I don't know that that's really a thing, but what is this? Spider egg. I don't like that. Okay, that's got to get burned. Celebration bus. Zoom, zoom. Where does it go? Only the bus driver knows. We're going to burn an entire bus? That's pretty wacky. Blankety blank, giving out pretend loans. Oh, blankety bank. Oh, that's cool. What is this? Oh, we've unlocked catalog number 2 with some sort of demented looking Courage the Cowardly Dog on it. Maybe. Or maybe that's some kind of rabbit. Could be. Totally recalled toys. And then we've got more combos, I suppose. So I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to find more combos before I'm able to do that. And it's not like I have to find them. They're not particularly difficult to figure out. Alright, so what's gonna happen if I burn these spider eggs? I have a feeling it's gonna hatch open and spiders are gonna go everywhere. And we're gonna light them all on fire, because that's just what we do. And they just sort of fall apart, and their eyes fall off. That's pretty morbid. Anyway, there's our bus. Not sure. So we're going to burn a small bus full of children now. Oh, they like to go, though. Wow. Okay, that one blew up all on its own. I didn't even have to do anything. And blankety bank. See if that lights on its own. Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness, thank you for all the monies. Only not really a lot of monies, it just looked like it. Yeah, that bank is really burning. Oh, thank you. Oh, we got a big one on that one, 24. And the bank is pretty much gone. What? Little Inferno is filled with secrets, and I just found one. Don't worry, I won't tell you. That would be a spoiler. But it's really good. Okay, I'm just going to draw something here. Alright, looks like a sunflower plus an alarm clock. And tell you definitely do not burn those two things together. Ha ha ha. There are more combinations than can ever be listed. Love sugar plumps. Alright, well, I'll just burn that letter then. Thank you. And we'll go back in, and I don't believe I have any sunflowers that oh, I guess it means the seed packet dirt. Alright, let's grab one of those, and one of those, and we definitely don't want to burn them together. So let's do that. Because we are rebellious little punks, aren't we? Spider. So I guess when we have enough money, our main goal is just going to be to come up with as many weird combinations of stuff as we can. And just continue to mess around with these objects and see what kind of crazy letters we might receive. Whoa, hang on there, just stay still. There we go. Springtime combo! Made some sunflower seeds, shootout, and a whole bunch of happy little flower tops. Okay. You just toss that around. Eventually it'll break up. So I guess that would be another combo. And we need to make someone else's combo, which was the letters. What were they? There's a couple different pictures we could use, right? I don't think they're particularly difficult to figure out. Yeah, someone else's family portrait. Plus, I don't know, maybe this as well. Or what was this one? Little Inferno collector's poster. Just burn all the pictures at the same time. That's probably a good idea. Got plenty of extra money for that. It seems like the more things you burn, the more money you end up with, so it's not like you can really lose. There we go. Those two. Seems like you get stamps fairly readily as well. Wonder why some things take so long to arrive. 3, 2, 1. Seems like this game is like totally suited for like a mobile gaming and or microtransaction style play. I don't think that's what they were going for though. Oh, maybe that wasn't a combo. Thought it would be. So I wonder who's making all this stuff that we keep burning. Where are they getting their fuel? So what other things can we try? Generations combo, lenders combo. I mean, obviously something to do with the bank. What else would I use? The credit card and the bank together would probably be what we need. Thank you, spiders. So the spiders show up every now and then just to give you something to do. As well, in case you somehow figure out a way to bankrupt yourself, I guess they are a source of infinite money. A la Plants vs. Zombies, if you've ever played the endless mode there where you can just grow your own little garden in order to bolster your funds to buy all kinds of strange whatnots and gadgets and who's-its from the crazy guy with the pot on his head. In case you didn't know, I'm actually quite a fan of some of those PopCap games. I've played them for hours, and pretty much fairly ubiquitous. I think most people have tried them at least a little bit. But I definitely consider myself a fan. I'm definitely a huge fan of Peggle. It's far too addictive. But yeah, I have no problem with some of those kind of games. Alright, so I'm pretty confident this is going to be a good combo for us here. There we go. Wow, it's somewhat explosive. Not sure why, but that's alright. And that should open up number 2. Make sure... Oh, so we gotta make sure we've purchased this last item, which is a television for 40 monies. I'm not sure what we're calling them officially. And then I have to purchase that once the television arrives. So, for the sake of brevity, let's use some stamps there. Get this here immediately. And we'll set it on fire. Oh, and it looks like inside of the television is the television, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure how it's recording, but I guess it's just doing its thing. So if I smash this thing into the walls a few times... Oh, what happened? Oh, the picture tube fell out. That's interesting. So we can actually keep watching the TV burn from over here as the outside edges of it burn away, but this part is still fine, unless we add it to it. Seems to be semi-resistant to burning, which is kind of funny. Oh, there it goes. Doesn't burn so much as it just explodes. So what's our letter say this time? Breaking weather report. It's going to be another cold one, folks. The snow's been coming down faster and faster. Every day colder than the last. That can't last forever, hee. Build a nice cozy fire and stay warm inside, folks. Heh. Reporting from the weather balloon, over the smokestacks, over the city, the weatherman. Thanks, weatherman. Good to know. Glad there's still people out there delivering this information to us. So it's time to buy catalog number 2 and get into some even more wacky objects. What is this? A raccoon plushie. I'm glad it's not a living raccoon. That could be a little awkward. They are all toys after all. Oh, come on. That's just silly. We're going to burn a space heater for heat? A squirrel whistle? That is a pretty strange toy. Looks like a lot of work went into making all these animations and sprites. They're quite well done. I'd like to, perhaps get a few more slots. Is that a thing I can do? Oh yeah, I can actually. I can pay, well, it looks like 30 silver coins. Maybe that's what happens if you roll through 999 of those. They look like gold, but maybe they're like bronze coins. I'm not sure. Anyway, those objects all arrive very quickly. You can toss some light bulbs into the fire. It's not a lot of substance to them, though. And we've got some kind of the squirrel whistle there. There's some light bulbs on top of the whole mess. They don't tend to put a lot of these combo items right at the beginning together. It seems like they try to space them out so you don't get them accidentally. That's okay, that probably makes sense that way. And I think that's about all for that. Oh, you already found my second catalog. Did you know your little Inferno comes with a free instructional video? Love, Miss Nancy. Alright, might as well watch that.
Hey, kids! Do you like toys?
Yeah.
You know what's more fun than playing with toys?
Huh?
Setting them on fire! With your new Little Inferno Entertainment Fireplace!
It's Little Inferno, it's Little Inferno just for me. I've got the fireplace that burns at 100 billion degrees. It's Little Inferno just for me. I've got these old toys. And I've got this box of memories. We'll shove them in the fire and breathe in the flaming potpourri. It's Little Inferno just for me. But I thought playing with fire was dangerous.
Well, you're right. But up out of your chimney, way up in the sky, it's been snowing for years, and we just don't know why. Our world is getting colder. But there's no need for alarm. Just sit by your fire, burn all of your toys, and stay warm.
It's Little Inferno, it's Little Inferno just for me. I've got the fireplace that burns at 100 point degrees. It's Little Inferno just for me.
Alright, so that would be that trailer that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it's definitely pretty dark. I don't think anyone's arguing about that, so we'll just burn that video, I guess. We can burn videos now. YouTube will probably keep you warm for years. Little Inferno Fireplace is pretty much my favorite game. Even though it doesn't make any sense. Buy stuff, burn it, and it gives you more money than when you started. Haha, I love free stuff. That can't last forever. Oh, I hope they release a free update of Little Inferno Fireplace. With pink logs from Sugar Plumps. P.S. That thing in the back, it looks like a face. But it's not. Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty creepy, right? But it can see you. Well, this whole thing just got a lot more creepy. I don't know what to make of any of that. Alright. Alright, let's burn that too. This would be a pretty weird game to Let's Play, wouldn't it? Hey guys, you want to watch me burn some stuff for a few days? Yeah. Anyway, I actually don't know how much more there is to really cover here unless we start getting into, like, endgame territory, which we're not going to do today. I think this is a pretty interesting game. I just don't know if it's worth the initial asking price, but for, you know, $4, I think probably pretty cool. Definitely a lot of care and attention, and there's a definitely pretty creepy, strange vibe to this game, and I think it's something that does appeal to me in an artistic sense. You know, as far as though for the mainstream appeal, when you take this from the same developer that made World of Goo, which is a very traditional gameplay style game, I mean, it's like a physics puzzle game, you pretty much got the idea that the gameplay style was very well laid out for the player, reasonably accessible, not too esoteric, but on this particular game, I think things did very much turn into more of like an art game style, or at least there's a much greater emphasis on story, I should say. But I think it's cool in its own right. It's just definitely not what I was expecting from that developer. I still, though, think it's pretty interesting. So I guess by this point you would probably have a decent idea whether this would appeal to you or not. This is not really a game where I can say absolutely blanket statement, I recommend it or I don't recommend it. It's really more about if you can justify the price tag for it and if you're in the market for a stranger game like this, or if you're just really curious what happens at the end and you don't want to be a jerk and just ruin it and go YouTube it. Which I recommend you don't do. I'd much rather see you supporting the developers if possible. But still, you know, that's my 2 cents on it anyway. I am glad I grabbed it for $4. I am very curious to see where this goes, especially now that we have this ominous, blurry face in the background to worry about. I have a feeling this is going to end up way darker and more sinister than I even imagined at the beginning. Maybe it'll end up like Ava and the fireplace is alive. I don't know. Maybe it's the soul of your dead mother put into your hand. Bionic Commando reference. Anyway, man, that's going to do it for Little Inferno. I think that's about all there is to say on this particular game. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you head on over to the website, which is indie-impressions.com, so you can check out all the old and new videos, sort them by distribution method, by platform, and even search for specific developers if you need to using the search box. We've also got forums over there where I give away games occasionally, and we've also got a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions. If you'd like to leave a like on that, you'll get every day's new video delivered right into your Facebook stream to make it convenient for you. I've got the occasional update and contest over there as well, so you'll want to go leave a like on that if you don't mind. It does help me out, but that is entirely up to you. Lastly, if you're a developer and you want to possibly get your game covered on the show, quickest way to reach me is via the contact form on the website, or if you want to just say hey, I also have a Twitter account, which is @RockLeeSmile. All the social media links are going to be right in the description, as well as purchase links for the game itself if you want to go check it out, and I do recommend that you do. And that is going to do it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back again tomorrow for another awesome indie game, and I will talk to you then.